Things go anywhere from 5 miles an hour to 70 miles an hour.
And instant, too. That electric power is wild.
Instant power. We have a booth set up, so anybody that's here that'd like to come and try one can head over there and give it a shot.
And they have to wear a helmet, I hope, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we were chatting the other day, and you were talking about the race you were in overseas recently, and you had a lot of fun over there, and you wiped out, right?
Yeah, I did wipe out, actually. Thanks for bringing up that memory. I appreciate
want
that.
everybody to know that
Do you
anybody
ever not just eat it? You're on one wheel, Miles. Like, I think I would fall off immediately.
Yeah. So, I'd love to introduce myself real quick and my co-host. My name is Seth Johnson, Amped Electric Games. We travel all over the world, as you mentioned, racing these things. And I am proudly joined by my co-host here.
Yeah, I'm Brett, also known as E-Rider A, and I'm just super stoked to be here. I'm the only Canadian member of the team, and
Canadian?
Yeah.
Where are you from, my friend?
From Toronto.
Toronto. My wife's from Oshawa, but she lies and says she's from Toronto.
Okay.
It's easier to say that, right?
Yeah, it's Toronto. Just
Oh, it looks like we
have started.
we're
Right
already
here.
going,
This
huh?
is what we got going on in the infield right now. Talk us through what's going on here.
Yeah, we have the best racers in the world. It looks like we have, it's hard to see from here, but I
It's
believe
the red guy out front.
Yeah, Zach Darnell, I believe. He is a champion racer. All of these guys have podiums.
Yeah, we have some of the racers out there just absolutely prolific. The guy in all black there, he's known as Mike Leahy, Shibby Time. You've seen him do the Red Bull Rampage jump, Canyon jump. We're trying to find some of the best racers all over North America to come here and showcase what exactly these electric unicycles are possible.
So how fast are they going to get up to on this MBRP straightaway after this next corner?
Now, a lot of these riders are going to be riding torque models of unicycles, so those will be not as fast as those 70-mile-an-hour track circuit type machines, and they'll top off, a little bit less than that, so 45, maybe
45?
50.
Okay, that's still pretty
miles
good.
an hour at most.
Yeah, one thing also to remember is I know you guys were mentioning earlier the condition of the track. We
loose.
saw a little jump there, by EUC Nico. So it's a little bit loose. So we have one traction point. These things operate completely by leaning. So you lean forward to accelerate, and you lean back to
And
decelerate.
if you lean left, you go left?
Correct.
Yeah, it's simple, right? It sounds easy.
Very simple.
Yeah, and it's just like socks and shoes. You'll see the pads on there that they have, and they're very customizable, and you have to curate it to your own type of ride.
And do your feet get stuck in it, or do they just kind of slip in?
We call it locking in. Sometimes you can have it so tight that you want it locked in and it's with you, but other people, myself, I like it a little bit more loose.
That
so
way,
I have a
when
little
you
bit
wreck, it can fall off a little easier?
but there's also a little lean room. The more you lean, the more weight you put into it, the faster you go. You'll see them do a full-on Michael Jackson lean as I go into some of these straights here.
Why'd they hit the Yokohama's Y there, not hit the Yukon line?
Yeah, we lined it up. We pulled the measuring tape, and it was just about 6 inches too long. So unfortunately, we weren't doing that today. But if you head over to our Instagram, Amped Electric Games.
I've seen some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot of footage from all over all of our races. We live stream. Brett and I actually provide commentary for many of the races.
So when it comes to these races, is this the normal surface you guys are racing on, or are you guys racing on asphalt, or what's going on?
It's a bit of everything. Like this, we're so fortunate to have the opportunity to be part of the King of the Hammers here, and the track on the short track is a lot smoother, dirt, but it changes up as you see them going through all of those the rocky sections and whatnot. That's a whole other style of riding. So it's adding two styles of off-road riding into one.
So you basically so when you guys are traveling around, you're just mixing it up, right? You'll go somewhere and race. Sometimes it's dirt, sometimes it's asphalt,
dirt,
sometimes
downhill, uphill.
Yeah,
So what's your
kind of like a mountain bike then, right?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite kind? What kind do you like? What do you prefer?
There's a thrill in circuit racing going really, really, really fast, but doing something off-road gets your heart pumping. So, I mean, it depends on the day for me.
Yeah, a little bit of everything,
multifaceted. Yeah, I enjoy it.
You like the challenge.
Exactly.
The
Whatever seems to be good, right?
The bigger question is, where is it better to crash?
I prefer to crash on dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little more forgiving. Skateboard ramps, skateboard parks. I mean, pretty much anywhere you can ride these things. So we're coming into the last, the final straight. This is the lap 2 of 2, and you saw folks a couple of the riders got a little bit of air there. Let's see who we have out front. That's Mike Leahy. Mike Leahy, Shibby Time on Instagram. You probably saw him at the Red Bull Rampage jump down in Utah. He jumped about 65 feet. And it looks like he has just won the, it looks like he's second.
Flag.
So
Yeah.
that's EUC
Looks
Zach.
like we're doing more.
We're gonna send him around one more time, it looks.
Yeah, it's no
Yeah,
surprise to see.
we got an extra lap going because everybody's having enough fun.
Yeah,
That's right.
Honestly, it's no surprise to see EUC Zach up front. This guy has just been leading the front in most major competitions in China and
That's
America.
right.
So he's a very, very strong rider. And if anyone's looking to get into these things, look at his style. He's really pioneering exactly what these athletes should be looking like on the track.
It's pretty wild.
And that's a great point, Brett. I mean, this is the extreme of the extreme.
Yes.
We also have electric unicycles that do 10, 15, 20 miles an hour. And it is such a great form of transportation. I keep one in the back of my car instead of a spare tire because
And
I
you said
can't
you
ride a
fly with
spare
them
tire.
sometimes, right? Mary Poppins
Oh,
pulling
we
under.
got a wipeout right coming through the Bronco Arch. Look
Oh,
at that.
Yeah, that
How
happened.
durable are the unicycles? Are they
Oh,
pretty
they're-
good? They
they're
can take a
very
tumble and
I
keep
think
on
it just
rocking?
got torture tested right
Yeah,
there. Guys. If he gets on it and rides it, these things are indestructible.
We were just in China. We went to the factory, and they took us out to their testing ground, and they were literally throwing these off of mountains. And then the engineers at the bottom would come in and see what
and
broke.
see if it still worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So in a case like this, are you running a specific dirt tire on these, or is that how you change it up for the surface you guys are going to be on?
Exactly. So a lot of these wheels, you can interchange whatever tire you want on there. So
And
we're
how
looking
long does
at-
that take? Is that a half-hour job or a 5-minute job?
It depends on how good you are and how well you know your device, right? Some people can do it somewhat quick. If you've done tire changes with trucks or anything like that, it's definitely going to come in handy doing one of these. But they're looking at knobby tires, a lot of you're not looking at paddles or anything because it's going through the internals of the wheel as it's spinning around, right? So they have some really good kind of aggressive knobs on there. And if you were to take a street tire out here, you'd be slipping around quite a bit.
So when you're talking about these things and you're changing them, is it like all the electric stuff? Are you just changing the battery? Are you mixing it up with a different battery pack for distance versus torque, or how does that work?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually. So some of the wheels have higher voltages, some have lower voltages, some have a high torque motor, some have a high speed motor. So similar
And different batteries as well, right?
different batteries, different everything, different tire diameters.
Yeah, but when you purchase one of these wheels or you pick one out to go to a track, you're not changing out the batteries, you're not changing out the motor. What you get is what you get, and that's why you've got it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Right?
So it looks like we did a checker flag did fly. Do we know who won that one?
It looked like
It looked like EUC Zach. got
EUC
ahead
Zach
there.
and EUC Nico were up in front, and I think
Yep.
Mike Leahy was
was
very
tight.
close behind. We will get you guys those results, and we would love to come back for another race if you have some time. We were eyeing up short bus, actually.
I
a
would love to
little
see
bit.
that because it's
So,
hard enough
yeah.
just to walk up or down that, let alone ride a unicycle.
Yeah, like this is a little bit more of a taste. We go up to Chocolate Thunder, we're training down short bus, and we're really we're showing these people on our spare time, on our free time, we're just enjoying riding, and they're like, wait, what?
I'm
You're up
not
here?
saying that if one of you guys jumped off back door, you wouldn't.
You're
break
just
the
saying.
internet.
They were looking
But
at
I'm
it.
saying that if one of you jump off back door, or there is a world famous drop here that Lauren Healy made famous a few years ago. If someone was to recreate that on a unicycle, you might sell some unicycles.
All right,
Are you saying